Alright, so in my last video, I had a lot of comments telling me to do more of these videos, going over some cool games and fan projects. Stuff you can play for absolutely free. Because let's face it, games are going to be $80 now. And many of us, including myself, feel like AAA is trying to price us out of the market. And you know what I have to say to that? Alright, cool. Along with my backlog emulating older games, things like ROM hacks, especially Pokemon ROM hacks. I mean, come on. Fans make better Pokemon games than Game Freak could ever imagine. If AAA publishers want to do that variable pricing nonsense, okay. Yeah, I'll just do my variable purchasing. Sure, I'll climb out of my hole every now and then for games like Expedition 33, but I'm just as content playing my indie and retro games until the next anomaly of a game manifests itself into reality. Today, I want to talk about Doom mods, total conversion mods, because a lot of them, I've been playing these games and holy shit, some of these are better than AAA. Let's get straight into it. Bloom. Just the concept of mixing two of the greatest shooters of all time was enough of a selling point to get me into this mod. On paper, Bloom does sound a little generic, but come on, taking Doom and Blood and mixing them both together, do I really need to say more? And this is not just a jumbled mix of asset flips either. You'll see familiar areas in these levels, but at the same time they have this fractured, ripping time-space look to them. All of the enemies are redesigned too, making them look like they've been fused together with both games. You'll see things like imps dressed as cultists and cacodemons that look like bats. They even have altered movesets, like the cacodemons will use their wings to shield themselves. The music too, just everything. It's all fused together perfectly.
I live again.
The second game on our list here is Simon's Destiny, and just by the looks of it, you can get an idea of what this total conversion mod is. Basically, Castlevania on the old NES system, faithfully recreated on the Doom engine. Also, it's insane how well the whip combat is translated into 3D space. This doesn't even feel like a mod. It genuinely feels like I'm playing classic Castlevania on the NES. It has so much attention to detail. You can even break the walls for a free meal like in the old games. Also, want to mention that I was safe scumming the shit out of this game, even during the very first level, because just like the NES, this game will kick your ass. Or maybe I was just not exploring thoroughly enough in finding the whip upgrades. So probably a skill issue. Either way, if you grew up during the NES era or you had an old hand-me-down NES like I did back in the 90s, this game just drips with nostalgia. Another game that'll have your nostalgia dialed to 11 is Legend of Doom. And listen, having a Doom guy dressed up in Link's tunic it's goofy as hell, I know, but you gotta experience this. Everything from the dungeons, all the classic sounds like your sword beam and collecting rupees, delving in dungeons, bombing walls, burning bushes. Every time I play mods like these, I always have this combination of what the hell even is this? And holy shit, this is amazing. The extent of my modding experience has mostly been just messing around in Skyrim, but with Skyrim you're mostly just experiencing an altered version of the same thing. You always know you're playing Skyrim. All the assets and everything, they look the same, But when you load up a total conversion mod of Doom, you're probably gonna get a different damn game entirely. I seriously recommend The Legend of Doom, even if it's for the novelty of playing classic Zelda in first person. Now, I already mentioned Sonic Roboblast 2 in another video. I could just be lazy and go over it again in this video, but honestly, that's a little bit boring. And nobody wants to hear me go over the same talking points over and over again. So this time, I'm going to replace this with another free Sonic game that you can play right now. Dr. Robotniks Ring Racers. And so far, I'm in the beginning of the tutorial still, but I've watched plenty of reviews, I've seen the trailers, and everybody just praising this game. I just want to show you guys a bunch of cool shit, you know, but putting multiple hours into every single one of these games, it just isn't realistic. This game looks amazing. I heard it has tons of content too, unlockable characters, different game modes, over 200 tracks. And think about that for a second. If this was a commercial product, you would have gotten a fraction of those tracks and just had those sold back to you as DLC. This is why I love indie games so much, especially these mods, because all these games, like I said before, you can play for free, like right now. The only downside for me, at least, is that the tutorial is kind of taking way too long. But if the payoff is the amount of content that I'm seeing on this game, I could see myself putting some serious time into this. And when games like Mario Kart World cost $80, this free, fully featured kart racer, it's a no-brainer. So, fuck you, Nintendo.
With over 20 unique items and some of the hottest moves on this side of the floating island, this is racing at the next level. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. Out now for home computers everywhere.
Another game I can mention without treading the same waters is Ashes 2063. In this game right here, if you like games like Stalker, Metro, Fallout, you have to experience this. What I thought was going to be a couple hours of shooty bang bang ended up being a full-length game that sucked me in until the very end. I was so invested in this world and its story. This has to be one of the best first-person shooters I've ever played. The gunplay is so tight, the feedback is so satisfying, and the music. Holy shit. When it comes to game soundtracks, there are seriously very few that I personally listen to and put into a playlist. I'm talking games like Hollow Knight, Expedition 33, Nier Automata, just to name a few. These are the type of games that I listen to the soundtracks of when I'm at work or just doing chores around the house, going for a walk, stuff like that. And Ashes 2063 has cemented itself as one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. Every step you take in this game feels like you're on the set of an 80s action film. Seriously, just listen to some of this music and tell me this shit doesn't make you want to go play this right now. The reason I'm bringing this game up again is because Ashes, well, it's a franchise. I'm currently playing Afterglow right now, and it expands on everything from the original, just like a proper sequel should do. This game feels way more expansive. I almost want to call it an open world Metroidvania game, the way the levels are laid out. And as soon as I'm finished with Afterglow, I'm jumping straight into Hard Reset. Yes, this series has 3 whole games now. And just the first game alone took me over 7 hours to finish. And that was mostly me just beelining it. I watched a few Let's Plays, and they were finding all types of secrets and weapon upgrades and entire new levels. My lazy ass needs to jump back into 2063 and try to 100% it. Trust me, if you give this game a try, it will blow your fucking socks off, I promise you that. If you're even remotely interested in old school shooters, this will probably become one of your favorite games. And if it doesn't, well, then I guess you just have shit taste. I can't believe a game engine this ancient is still getting this much support. I mean, Doom is like, what, almost 30 years old now? It's crazy to see how far developers and fans have pushed this engine. I mean, just check out these games right here. I mean, these aren't Doom mods, okay, but it gives you an idea of how flexible this engine is. You got games like Beyond Sunset that push the engine to its absolute limits. And check this game out, it's on Steam by the way. You got games like Sulaco, this neon-drenched take on Fear that has a beefy demo by the way. Then you have games like Total Chaos, built from the bones of Doom, that just straight up looks like a modern AAA game. Now these are standalone Steam games, but I just wanted to mention these few real quick because I thought it'd be interesting. And it just blows my mind that projects like these can be made using something as old as GZ Doom. Ooh, and check out this game. This is another free Doom mod that I downloaded from ModDB. It's called Siren, and as soon as I seen the trailer for this game, I was instantly excited to play it. Now, I don't know how far it is into development, but this is definitely one to keep on your radar. Another one is Golden Souls, and come on, check out this. It's literally Mario and Doom mixed together. I don't know if it's just me, I might be crazy, but there's something about hearing classic Mario sounds and shooting demons that just triggers an emotional response for me. Now this will be the last one that I mention before going and diving back into ModDB for some more hidden gems, but as a fan of Alien Isolation, Alien Eradication immediately caught my eye. And listen, I'm not just picking out random games here. I'm looking at tons of reviews, I'm even looking at the CAC awards to see which ones of these games are the cream of the crop. I heard all of these Doom mods are absolutely phenomenal and worth your time. Just know that I carefully picked these games out because there's a lot of Doom mods and I don't want to just feed you guys shovelware. For me, Alien Eradication is classic Doom meets Alien Isolation, and for that, I can't wait to dive into it. Wait, did I say that was the last game? Turns out I lied. Check out a game called Doom Infinite. Think Doom mixed with Binding of Isaac or whatever other roguelike that comes to your mind. Just check this out. But that's it for me. I'm still boycotting this $80 games bullshit. And you could say these videos are me lashing back out of spite for the AAA slop industry. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I like to talk massive shit about AAA, about Nintendo, Bethesda, Xbox, Sony. Sometimes I can go on a binge. I'll be going through my videos and kind of feels like all I'm doing is complaining about games sometimes. But am I really playing those games? Not really. Other than Expedition 33, my cynical ass has been uploading these videos, constantly talking about the video game crash, and not really showing you guys cool shit. Not offering a resolution. I don't want to be like every other channel constantly engagement farming off of the latest drama within the industry. Trust me, I still want to talk shit about companies like Nintendo, Xbox, Sony. I think they're fucking greedy and they don't deserve our money. But I also want to show you guys cool shit. And sometimes cool shit that you can play for absolutely free. If you have a Steam Deck, if you have a PC handheld, or you recently switched from console to PC, maybe you're a longtime PC player. I think the world of Doom mods is essential. Yes, you're legally obligated to mod Doom if you're a PC player. But that's it for me. I hope you guys check out some cool free shit from game developers who aren't trying to milk you dry. Talk to me in the comments. Alright, bye.